Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP family. Appreciate all the love. Let's take a look at what's happening with the markets as of Sunday. So obviously still the weekend, but market is something we want to be paying attention to right now because it kind of gives us a better understanding, what we could be expecting and what momentum are we entering, obviously this upcoming week ahead of us. So you can see the last 6 months have been great for most assets. This is what we're going to come back to right now. Let's take a look at what's happening with the broader market. So the broader market is actually feeling a lot of love right now. So far, so good. As far as the broader market is concerned right now, altcoins, there's a lot of gainers right now actually across the board. And over the last 1 week, the market is not looking as bad as a lot of people are anticipating. XRP is also in the green over the course of the last 1 week. But if you're looking at XRP right now over the course of the last 24 hours, we're looking at about a 2.3% increase, which will definitely take. As far as our targets are concerned, if you've been paying attention to my XRP updates, I give you XRP updates every single day. There's no days off. We give you guys daily uploads. But I want to talk about what's happening with XRP right now before we do the daily close, which hasn't happened yet as of recording this update. So the price of XRP $2.87, and we're up about 1.4% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation making its way back above 170 billion right now, sitting at 171.2 billion dollars, and the 24-hour trading volume we're looking at about 3.1 billion dollars. As always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So let's come back to this here. I really want to elaborate here. I'm not going to go too much into a lot of news here. We're just going to talk about what's happening. We'll still share some things to obviously keep in mind. But take a look at this. In the last 6 months, the largest asset in the crypto market is up 42%. We're seeing Ethereum up 130, Solana up 72.4%, XRP up 43%. And again, let me clear what I'm trying to say. Majority of the XRP holders actually understand this. But there are obviously the newcomers coming into the space, or people that haven't been in the space for too long, and they want instant gratification. When you see, and again, I can relate, right? I've been in this market for almost 10 years. Next year marks 10 years in crypto. And I can relate. When I was new into the markets, when you see that parable and the market structure and the overall presence was completely different compared to where we are right now. That time, market used to actually pump like crazy and used to go down even faster. But when you saw that type of parabolic momentum and you saw it for the first time and you kind of got used to it, and then when you see the market kind of tumbling towards the downside, you can be like, yeah, what's going on? This is not good. But it's part of the game, guys. That's what I try to tell you. Let me promise you that you need to take a look at the bigger picture. If you want meme coin type of performance for utility projects like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, it's not going to happen. Simple as that. I hate to break the news to you guys. It's not going to happen. You won't see these coins acting like meme coins. They'll see gradual increase. And speaking about gradual increase, when I pull out the charts, you'll see a perfect example of that. And we need to zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture on how these assets are performing. But take a look at this. This week we saw over 1 billion in longs liquidation. So again, future market seeing major liquidation. I wouldn't even only specify longs, but I think this is only specifying, the long numbers, but there were major liquidations for shorts as well. And again, a continuous reminder why you want to stay away from leverage trading platform. But look what Robinhood CEO says. Robinhood CEO Vlad says it's time to leave Bitcoin and meme coins behind. That's a big, big, big statement here. The future is real world assets, RLUSD, XRP. Welcome to the mass tokenization. It's not that he's saying this, but this is what John is pretty much saying. Utility projects are the ones that are going to thrive in the next wave. And also, this makes me kind of, look at this specific statement from a different angle as well. Let me know if you guys agree with this. And this might be a little bit off topic, but does this mean Robinhood as an exchange is moving away from meme coins? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are they no longer going to list meme coins on their platforms? That's a big statement that he is making. And in a way, it does impact XRP as well, because remember, XRPL ledger, people are launching their own meme coins, and understand meme coins, what kind of risk they have. 99.9% of meme coins are going to go to zero. So, again, it does have an impact on that. If XRP were to see a major parabolic move, do we see meme coins on the XRP ledger also thriving? I personally think yes, but again, I'm not telling you which meme coins because I have none. I have zero meme coins on the XRP ledger. But again, very, very important thing to know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think on that. But remember what Brad Gerlinghouse said last year. Remember this, guys. Ripple CEO Brad Gerlinghouse says XRP ETF probably 2025. And it's coming like this might become a reality because October is the deadline for a lot of ETFs, especially XRP spot ETF. We have 15 spot ETFs filings right now from different asset managers. And, could that be really the month? Could October really be the month where we do see a flood of ETFs being approved? We'll see what happens. Obviously, in terms of a timeline, I think this would be perfect. In terms of a timeline, think about it. We have FOMC meeting taking place in a week and a half's time from now. And then let's say we do see that. And then on top of that, XRP ETF goes live. I think setting itself up for a great time ahead, in my opinion. But take a look at this. Shout out to Chad. Hidden Road will use RLUSD for all services, clearing trillions. And if you don't know what, Hidden Road, and again, I'm talking way too fast, but I am very excited. But if you don't know what Hidden Road is, I'm sure you guys know Hidden Road was bought, by Ripple, and it's like a place where you could go from your traditional assets and have exposure to crypto as well, and then so on and so forth. But with that being said, if you look at the traditional way, you're gonna have to transfer money from that exchange to another one, blah blah blah. But RLUSD changes the game, so you could pretty much come out of your equities into RLUSD, and if you want to get into crypto, you can get into crypto that way as well. So it kind of gets rid of all the other ways of kind of moving your funds back and forth. So it's pretty much in a way a one-stop shop. So again, very, very big stuff here. And RLUSD is obviously changing the game, as we know, doing crazy numbers in such a short span of time. But let's take a look at what's happening with the market. Dominance sitting at 5.58%. You're looking at Bitcoin. Let's give it a refresh live to see what's happening with Bitcoin. $111,200 as of now. A nice bounce that we're seeing with BTC. Hopefully we can see Bitcoin closing its daily candle above this key range where we currently are. But this upward trend is something I want you guys to focus on, and we are still in play. So far so good, but of course confirmation still lies at 115 until then. We're not out of the woods yet, but Bitcoin saw a push of about 1.2% over the course of the last 24 hours. But look at the way XRP is reacting to this. XRP is reacting exactly how we anticipated. I talked to you guys about the $2.90 to be the next target to be retested. Look at this for yourself. We went exactly to that 290. Actually, $2.92. It got rejected at there because, of course, Bitcoin also saw a little bit the dominance saw a little bit of an uptick, which of course is something we need to factor in. But since yesterday, we saw XRP going up about 5%, which is nice. So this is showing you how fast XRP is moving towards the upside. Bitcoin only went up 1.2%, and yet XRP is up 6% almost. Over the course of the last 24 hours, which tells you everything you need to know. And after this key resistance, pretty much at 290, that's the exact resistance. After that, pretty much the chances of us going up to the $3 is, quite fast, in my opinion. We're setting ourselves up for, a great way as we are entering into a potential rate cut, which of course, in terms of a probability, it's at about 98% now. So XRP is holding really nicely right now, and I think the next wave will really be where people kind of realize, hold on, XRP actually did hold really nicely, and this is something your boy Crypto ZX has been emphasizing since July 11th, since we've been in the 23.6 VIP zone. But again, we're going to take it one step at a time. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.